Great news over the next few days for NGC grading results fans. Over the next week or so, there should be two deliveries, one coming in from direct grading, the other one coming in via Heritage in the UK. So expect quite a lot of video unboxings of NGC grading results. So keep your eyes on every video over the next couple of weeks on the Numistacker channel. Hey YouTube, my name is Numi, and yesterday I put up on my channel some circulation pre-1947 coins that were made of 50% silver, and then they were debased in 1947 after the war and became copper and nickel. Well, in 1919, and I think including the 1919 year, so all the coins from 1920 to 1947 were 50% silver, debased coinage. But before 1919 or before 1920, they were all sterling silver, which is 0.925 fineness, so a very large amount of silver in these older coins. So when you're looking at piles of British coins, obviously try and pick the ones out from before 1920. You'll normally find them somewhere separately because they are more valuable even in a worn state because of their silver content. But let's have a look at a few of those coins. So George V, and obviously some of these George V coins are 50% silver, some of them are 92.5% silver, sterling silver, and they're still kind of interesting, and they're actually coins. These are actually coins that fetch quite a good price on eBay and other places, even if they are worn like this. There's a lot of people who collect these pre-1920 silver British coins, and they are certainly worth having and worth trying to find and stack up. And it's really interesting to see the wear on these coins. I mean, some of them are just, I mean, look at these. These are coins from, I think one of these is 1850. So so worn that you can barely see anything. And as I said last time, these coins must have stories to tell. And it's amazing that they remained in circulation and really weren't replaced. And you can see that these were pulled out of circulation. I guess maybe if they'd have stayed around, they might have been replaced with other coins. They might have been pulled by the banks and replaced with new ones. But clearly they didn't really care, and I can't imagine these coins have quite the same silver content as something which is newer and crisper. There must have been something kind of worn off in terms of value. But it's really interesting to see them. I never saw very many of those when I was a kid, but I certainly saw pennies. Lots of Victorian pennies from the sort of 1870s, 1880s were around, but you could almost always barely even make out the dates on those coins because of the wear. So here's some slightly later Victorian half crowns. These are half crowns, 2 shillings and 6pence. Half crown in new money is 12.5 new pence from 1971. 3 different coins, 3 different amounts of wear on the back. The one on the right can't even see the shield pattern at all. So it just goes to show how much the one on the left is that much better, even though probably it wouldn't grade by our grading standards particularly well. Nice to have a look at though. So that's the Victorian veiled head half crowns, and then we'll have a look at some others. So Victorian Florins, these ones are a little bit smaller, 2 shillings. Again, very, very worn down. Most of the detail missing, a little bit of kind of verdigris or green, kind of green mess. You know, but they've still got that 90%, 92% silver content. Still worth collecting those kind of coins because of the silver content and the history. To pick a few of these shillings, so these are Victorian shillings, 1 shilling coins, again with the old head, Victoria, veiled head, late Victorian period. Imp, the Empress of India. Lots of different wear, lots of history on these coins. This batch of coins I picked up at an auction, and sometimes, you know, a local auction, you know, one of the smaller auctions fairly close to where I live. And but I don't see these batches of coins coming up very often, and no, I probably overpaid for the batch of coins because I wanted to get them and take a look and see what was there. But I think you probably can find these at a better price than I paid. I won't tell you how much I paid because it's almost embarrassing. I don't think I got a very good deal on these older coins at all. So don't follow my lead, but be very careful how much you pay for these things. It may be that I'll be able to sell a few of these and get some money back. I don't know. In the next video, I'll be showing you some of the better ones that were in this batch of old pre-1920 coins, and some of those may very well do okay separately at auction. But these are shillings. These are young head shillings, so nice coins. Well, no, nice coins in the sense that they're old, but condition-wise, not particularly good examples. For example, the one just at the bottom there, you can see, which has none of the design visible. So if you're a collector who likes looking at the design of these coins, probably not one for you, but you know, the one to the left of that is actually not too bad. You can still see the wreath and the crown and the shilling, but all these things were like used for, you know, thousands and thousands of transactions, you know, in the days before credit cards and digital transfers. This is all we had, just shillings, and a shilling was actually quite a lot of money in Victorian times. So let's see what other coins we have in this little pile. And as I said, there will be a video following this which actually shows some really interesting, slightly nicer coins from this pre-1920 era, like some Gothic florins. So Jubilee Head. So late Victorian, and the Jubilee Head was used from 1887 for a few years, and these are also shillings. So I think 1887, one of them is 1887, and there are a couple of other dates as well. But Jubilee Head shillings, very nice. You've seen those same head of that as that on some of the sovereigns that I've shown. And I mean, this one is just amazing, really. I mean, it's so, I've never seen anything like that. I almost thought it was an error and there was actually, you know, nothing ever on the other side. But if you actually look at it carefully, you can see just a tiny little bit of writing round the rim left from the design. So hope you like that, and watch out for the next one, which contains the Gothic florins. If any of you guys know a good source of these older British coins at a good price, either in the UK, Europe or the United States, then I think it would be great to get that information out to all my subs so people know where to find these at a good price. Please like, subscribe, and let's have all of your comments as always.